All right. Well, we're back again. I always don't know how to start it. I'm just saying anything. Back again. Uh, so I guess we will start with. I was gonna say my name. God, no. And then for anybody that doesn't, I mean, of course y'all don't fucking know anything. But it says Maddie, but that's not my. I mean, it's my name, but I'm not gonna. I'm trying not to dead name myself. I actually thought about that, about whenever that does happen, to be like, whenever it does happen where I'm like tell everybody that what actually was actually going on with me, where I would actually be like, oh, by the way, I don't want this name. Why would he blow up way over there? What the fuck? What up, zombie? Um, yeah, I was just gonna tell my family that to just not call me that anymore, and to call me Maddie. And it's maybe it's a lot of copium from what I'm doing. Um, from the perspective of the way I spelled it, the name. It's not Maddie, it's Matty. Leviosa. Um, I guess I said we're gonna talk about my life, uh, just so I can get a perspective on everything for me, and if you just want to listen to something. So I said that my parents were divorced when I was like 2 years old. Um, I have no idea where my other brother was, my oldest brother, but I remember growing up in my first house, and I don't even remember him being there. There's a 10-year difference between us, I think, and there's a 5-year difference between my other brother, and I don't remember my oldest brother being at that house when we left there when I was 5 years old. We left that house. Uh, so my mom and my dad got divorced, and I never talked to my brother about it, but I maybe I should, just to see like what his thoughts were, because by the time it happened, he was um, 7. I guess that's how math works. And he was a kid, and he had his own thoughts and his like own feelings and stuff. So I wonder if what was his thoughts on all that. Oh, nice. Don't have anything left. Time to go home. And just because I don't know what his I know a lot of kids will go, oh, is it my fault? So I don't know if my brother felt like that, or if he was, or if maybe he was like, thank God it's over. Maybe, I don't know. And oh, I wonder if I can go this way. I don't know where I'm at. There's this slime. There's that. I don't even know if that was even right. I'm just assuming that it was. Maybe it's this way. And yeah, so I remember my earliest memory is being at that house, and oh, maybe it's a. I mean, I was like fucking 4, and I remember. Now it's like, I don't know. Should I say it? Now it's like at an actual point where I'm like, should I say this? Not even like those other times. Oh, I thought I knew that the mushroom's gonna be right there, but it wasn't. Hmm. Oh, there you go, mushroom. And yeah, I'm probably not gonna say it. Just because I don't. I guess it's still me not accepting a lot about myself, but I think I'm more afraid to say it. Um, but yeah, I remember growing up in that house, and I remember having there's like on the patio. So this is like these fucking trees are still not up. Maybe it's because it's dark in here. Need more light. I don't know what the grow area is. I'm gonna give it like that. Right? I think it's something like that. Um, Damn, we're like running out of wood quick, and I need to start killing. Oh, I need 3 of these. Yeah, I'm thinking and trying to go. So there's like a backyard, and I remember that there was like a bricks, and it led up to like a brick grill. And I remember waking up before everybody else, and then going out into the backyard and like climbing those bricks. It was like nice bricks, like the fucking red ones, like in Minecraft. And I remember climbing those bricks and just like walking a straight line, like we like whoa, whoa, whoa. And I remember fighting with uh, there's like these it was like wrestler stuffed animals, like stuffed wrestlers, and I remember having those and just fighting those, and then that's all I remember. And I do remember having a birthday party. I think it was my brother's birthday party, and I think one of my cousins gave me a like a karate thing, and I put it on, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And then my brother said that I looked stupid, and then I remember grabbing a rock and holding it in my hand, and then punching him in the face with it, like to give me extra force. And I remember he was bleeding. That's the only thing I remember from being like under 4 years old. And I also remember moving out, not the act of moving out of there, but the like arriving at the new place. And I do remember I don't want these. And I do remember that we had a dog named Yogi, and he was a big old baby. He didn't want to go up the stairs to our new apartment, so I think my mom's boyfriend at the time was like, "Oh, we'll take him somewhere else take him to the farm up the road." Just, fucking lying to us. And I doubt they said that, but I think they just said that they just gave him away because he couldn't. He was too afraid to go up the stairs, which is like I guess, I was too little to give a shit, and I don't know if my brother was that devastated. Uh, and so yeah, so we moved in there, and I remember my mom taking me to the school and going to apply for me to go to that school, and then they were like, "Oh, he's too old. He can't go here." And they were like, "Oh, he has to go. Like he's too old for daycare." I was 5 years old, and they're like, "He's too old for daycare. He has to go to this one." And I was like, "Oh, I'm in kindergarten now," so I just skipped pre-K, and and I went to kindergarten, and it was I think her name. I mean, can I even say that? I mean, fucking. Oh, do I not remember? Mm, no, I don't. I don't remember. I was like, oh, should I say it? But I don't even remember her fucking name. Uh, come on, come on, fuck. And yeah, so we moved into that new apartment. Uh, Very scary going to school. I had my first kiss in uh, kindergarten. It was with a girl, and I, I don't even remember what the fuck we used to do in kindergarten. But I remember that there was a time where we would go, okay, now do whatever you want, and then everybody went like to the computer, and then some people there was like a little kitchen area, like a toy kitchen area, and there was like books and all this other dumb baby baby shit. And that girl always goes, hey, like I want to go with my friends and then do this other stuff, but she was like, no, come with me. And then I'd go with her and we'd go to the little kitchen area, and then we're like, all right, we're playing house. I'm like, okay, well, I'm the dog. And she was like, no, you're the dad. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be a dad. I want to be a dog. And then so yeah, so we would just play house, and then she kissed me because she was my wife, and that's all I remember. I remember her name was Melissa. I remember that because then, uh, ooh, ooh. No, it's like, oh, should I? No, I'm not gonna say it now. Yeah, I do remember that. Anything else from kindergarten? Mm, no, nothing in kindergarten. That's the only things that I remember. Uh, oh, I don't know if, yeah. So, I do remember. I think it was in a movie. I think it was actually. I'm scratching my leg. I think it was in Joe Dirt, the movie Joe Dirt, where they like look at the moon, and they're like, oh, if you look at the moon, and they look at it too, we're like together or whatever. And I remember saying that to her, and I remember looking at the moon during summer break and being like, she's also looking, but that's probably not anything. But I was also 5 years old, so um, and then first grade comes around, and I don't remember anything that happened in first grade. I remember that she was there, and for some reason she wasn't my girlfriend anymore. I remember that. Um, I guess devastating. Um, but yeah, yeah, nothing in the first grade really comes to mind. But the next year, that's where everything gets fucked up because I failed the first grade. Probably the reason why I don't remember the first grade because I failed it. But I was also again 6 years old now, and I failed it. And so they held me back for another year. So I did first grade again, and he goes like, "Oh, okay, you're staying back, and there goes your friends on this other classroom that you'll never see them again." And I think I had a friend at the time named Joel. God, so we did square dancing. I do remember that we do square dancing in school for some reason in PE, where we would dance to like country music, and we'd be like memorizing these dances and shit. We'd be like dancing to like I feel like a woman, and there'd be like some kind of like pole with the strings, and we would like interweave them and stuff. I have no idea what that is. Um, but we would do that, and what was even the point of that? Oh yeah, cause my friend. Yeah, so I have I don't even know if we have that picture, but I have the memory of that picture of me, my bald ass head, and him wearing like a big ass uh what do you even call that? Like a cowboy hat, like a black cowboy hat. And I do remember that this for some reason I always used to wear the same clothes. It was always a red t-shirt, like a red polo and khakis. Like I'm fucking Jake from State Farm. And for some reason I just always wore that. I didn't want to wear any other color or any other pants. I just wanted these two specific ones. And yeah, and then you know, first grade, second, second second go around of first grade really did it for me because I passed, and apparently that really helped. But ended up becoming a big surprise because in the second grade is when the teachers are noticing something about me, when they're looking at me and they're like, something's up with him, and they go, oh, it's he's blind, he can't fucking see. Um, so they give me a they they send me to go get glasses, and then I do that. Oh, that's not how you do that. That's not how you make that. That's something like this, like this. Nope. There you go. So he's like, yeah, this motherfucker needs glasses. That's what's going on. That's why he's doing so bad in school. He can't see. And then I get glasses. I remember being at a Sam's and then putting on glasses for the first time and being like, I remember I was like so sad that I had to wear glasses. I was like, oh no, I'm a fucking nerd now. And then I put on glasses. I was like, whoa, I can see the world. And that kind of became it for me. And I wore glasses ever since. And then I went back to school, and they're like, oh, no, he something else is wrong. He still sucks at school. And they're like, oh, maybe it's this other thing. I remember in school they would just be like they would be helping me, and then they would go, "Do you speak Spanish?" And I'd be like, "No." And again, I'm 8 years old now, so my brain is functioning, but they notice something's wrong, and they go, "Do you know Spanish?" I was like, "No." And they go, "Hmm," and I was like, "What the fuck? That's weird." And then I remember getting the call, and I think they took me to the principal's office and with my mom, and they're like, yeah, so we gave fuck me, I just dead named myself. Well, fucking now. You said it. I mean, uh, we gave we gave him this we gave. I mean, fuck. What is this? The fifth episode, first one. Shit. Sixth. Um, we gave him this test, and we found out that he's dyslexic. And I'm like, oh god, what does that mean? I'm dying. That's what I thought. I thought they were telling me that I had a disease, that I was gonna die soon. And I remember breaking down crying. And and they were like, well, I guess they just ignored me. And they're like, no, you're not dying, dumbass. And and they're like, yeah, he's gonna have to start going to special ed classes. And I remember my brother thought it was so funny uh, that I was in special ed uh, for like the longest time. And yeah, now I'm like going back to me saying it. No, can't stop. In my head, I'm like, oh, what time is it? 19 minutes? It's like, fuck, that's too long. I don't want to kill it. Oh, fuck. Alright. Anyways. Why aren't these fucking trees growing? Um, yeah, so they're like, yeah, he's dyslexic. He can't read. That's why he can't write. And that's what's going on. That's how come they asked me if I know Spanish, because they thought that I didn't know English, not that I had a learning disability. And I guess that was it. Third, then I still graduate. Well, to be honest, that fucking dyslexia was a curse and a blessing, because after that they're like, well, he's dyslexic, pass him. And it was that all the way till high school. It was like, ooh, he got a 55. Well, he's dyslexic. Just pass him. And then I was like, hell yeah. Um, third grade, I don't remember anything. Third grade, I was 9 years old. Mm, third grade. I'm like trying to remember. Okay, in third grade, slowly coming back. I have a shirt from my third grade class because we had a field day and we had to buy the field day shirts. And I remember, I mean, I still have it. I don't know where I'm at. And I, this whole thing isn't done. I just don't want to go far because I don't have a lot of torches. Look, I have 6 fucking torches. I guess I could play this game the way it's intended to be played. Um, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start picking up all my torches and start lighting up with the fucking lava. Yeah, that'll work. All right, we'll do that. So yeah, there's been nobody in my life that I had a crush on at that time, except for a girl named. Okay, and I'm like, oh god, I don't even know if it's cool to even say. I mean, nobody knows. There was a girl. Her name was Kristen. I was gonna spell it, but people probably know. I really liked her, and and I remember being my mushroom. Oh no, that he was dead. And yeah, I remember really liking her. And then I didn't know until like later in my elementary school life that my best friend, who I met in the third grade, yeah. So I guess we'll go to him real quick just to get the backstory of him. uh, so my best friend was, his name was Jeremiah, and he was my neighbor at my apartment complex. Uh, I had friends at school, but not really people that I would talk to like that. And I remember he was the first one. I remember seeing them move in, and then being like, "Oh, there's somebody there I could be friends with." And then hearing them go outside, and then I would sit on the back. And he lived below me, and I lived at the top. And I remember sitting at my patio and just being like, "Just talk to him, you dumb bitch. Just talk to him." How old was I? 9 years old. I mean, I was fucking stupid. Ooh. And remember one day we do tornado drills, and they're like, "All right, just walk around and act like nothing's happening." And we're like, "Okay." And then everybody walks around, and then I see him, and I walk up to him. I don't know, we're like walking away, and he's like, "Man, this is dumb." And I was like, "Yeah, this is stupid." And then we start talking, and then he's like, "Oh, I live across the street." Ooh. And I was like, "Yeah, I do too." And he goes, "Oh, I live at this number." And I go, "Oh, I live at this number." And we're like, "Whoa, we're friends." And that's just how it started. Um, and we were just friends after that. And then, like I was saying, I didn't find out till later that he also had a crush on her, but he never told me because I was more open about liking her to everybody. Uh, I was a fucking dumb kid. I mean, yeah, fucking, but I don't think I was annoying, but I think I was pretty stupid and I was kind of wild. And I think that's why a lot of people gravitated towards me back then. I ended up killing that piece of me for some reason. Uh, Later in my school life, I just stopped being like that and just started being to myself. I had no idea why. What happened? I had a theory of why it happened, but it debunked. Um, yeah, and then then I ended up going to fourth grade, and the fourth grade is where a lot of stuff started to change because I think they started to actually implement my dyslexia into my classes, where they would just take me out of class and I just stay in special ed. I think that was like a new thing that they were probably just trying, and I ended up really fucking with my social life as a 10-year-old, where I didn't even get to see my friends anymore. I just hanged out with the all the other special ed kids. Can I do it like this? Yeah, cool. Not gonna leak, right? Yeah, yeah. Where I just started hanging out with them, and kind of fucked up a lot. I remember in school, I don't know what year this was, but it just kind of popped in my head that I remember I got in trouble for. I remember I brought my brother's Eminem album, a CD to school, and I got in trouble for some reason. That just popped in my head, and yeah, I remember getting in trouble for that. But the in the fourth grade, I was still close with Jeremiah, and of course we were friends outside of school, and I had a lot of good friends. I don't remember anybody's face. I think I remember one guy named Oscar, but he was like 3 years older than us, and he would like make us fight each other, which was kind of fucked up and kind of weird. I guess because he knew that he was older than us. Oops, don't do that. So he would like make us fight each other. See, he was maybe like 13 and we were like 10, and he would just make us fight. I remember his fucking parents would glaze the shit out of me too. They're like, man, he's such a good kid, and then I'd be like, fuck everybody, like when it's just us. Oh, I think that's also a weird thing that I don't remember what it was or when it was that okay. I was like, where am I? What is plug that up? Um, Still not grown, huh? I wonder if I could just look it up. I actually don't want to. Fuck it. Um, what was I saying? Fuck. I think this is the dyslexia, by the way, because I found out that it affects my thoughts, my memory, and so I think that's why I have a goldfish memory, because I always forget everything, and that's why I don't really remember most of my life. I don't remember. We were talking about my friend Oscar and how they loved me. Oh, yeah, that I remember. I don't remember what age it was, but I remember I met a kid at my complex, at my apartment complex, and his name was Michael, and he was the one that taught me how to say bad. Well, not how, but like he taught me what bad words weren't. And I remember him being like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck," and I'd be like, "Whoa!" And then I just followed his lead. And then I'm like a fucking, now I can't stop. Mainly because I'm stupid and I don't know any other words. But um, yeah, I remember him. He was the one that taught me everything. He taught me how to say bad words, and it kind of just stuck with me ever since. I have no idea. I wonder what he was doing. I think he was a bad kid too, like an actual bad kid, a kitten. Ooh, a bad kid. So I don't know, probably in jail. Go right in there. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So me and Jeremiah were friends outside of school, and we had our other friends, but it was always just me and him. And we were pretty close. And I remember on my 10th birthday that we were like, "Hey, we're basically adults, so let's walk to the mall." And it was like a like 5 blocks. I don't know what the conversion rate in that is. Somebody's dying. Try to listen. Come here, you fuck. I don't know where you went. He was standing right there. He's right there. Come here. And we're like, yeah, let's walk to the mall. And so we did that. Ooh, I killed his ass too. And we walked to the mall, and it was a pretty fun time. Why and who and where? There he is, you dumb bitch. He's hiding up there, motherfucker. And what is going wrong, motherfucker? I didn't even bring my fucking arrows. Where is he? You mother bitch. Need to get up there. Kill his ass. Oh, is that not him? The fuck is this then? Searching the area. God, I'm fucking locked in now. And yeah, well, we walked to the mall. We had a good time. I remember we walked to we went into like a toy store, and we just grabbed toys and played with them. I had a little bit of money. He also had money, and we bought candy. I mean, like we're fucking 10 years old. I think he was like 9. He was like, yeah, he was maybe like 9. And we're like just fucking around, running around the mall and playing with toys and eating candy at the time of our lives until I walked home. We walked home together, and on my way back, a car drives up, and it's my mom, and she is pissed because I completely forgot that we were supposed to go and eat for my birthday, and they spent hours looking for me, and I was just out there just having fun, and they see me walking down, uh, like in our neighborhood, and they're fucking stop the car. I get in there, I get yelled at. Uh, I don't know if I got my ass whooped. Probably. Nah, I don't think so. It was my birthday. That'd be fucked up. And I don't know if Jeremiah got in trouble. I don't think we ever talked about it ever since. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I don't think we talked about it. That's weird. And yeah, I mean we had a good time. I think, and it was worth. And then they just took me to go eat after that. After they were mad. And that's all at 10th grade. Is it 4th grade? Oh, 10th grade. Fuck. Oh, he's gonna just kill himself. Nice. Hey. Um. Yeah. So, and then, the most devastating thing happened that could ever happen to a 10-year-old. At the height of his 4th grade career, we moved. I don't know why. I guess I remember. I think rent was like $900. That was too much for the time. Oh, you're gonna fuck up everything. Oh, is that? Are you gonna spill? Yeah, we moved. Very devastating. I think I stayed friends with Jeremiah for one more year. Because I think we wanted to finish my time at that school, and after that, that was it. Um, then I just never went back to that area. And oh, you fuck! Oh, try to pick him. No, zombie, please leave me alone. I need to eat. Okay. Um. Yeah. Also that year in, I know it's just mostly for me. This is my first time watching wrestling. Oh, I actually started watching wrestling, pro wrestling, because I knew that the girl that I liked, Kristen, liked it. Actually, the reason why, and I still watch wrestling. So thank you, Kristen, because I love wrestling now. I remember it was always a thing that was like sports, ew, and then I saw something. I saw like one thing, and I was like, oh, this is actually fucking cool. I think I saw somebody covered in blood, and they were like beating the shit out of him, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And yeah, that's it. And I guess that's how we'll end this one. I mean, I have one more. No, yeah, we'll fucking we'll end it like that. I actually have more. Yeah, because the next one is a doozy. Yeah, so that's how we'll end it. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. If you're trying to figure out what the fuck am I doing, now that my wood situation is dwindling, I'm gonna gather up all these torches that I placed down, replace it with lava pillars, and try to get back on track to what I'm doing. Unless, never mind. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, peace out, Girl Scouts.